Hi, I'm Sam Kraynak, and I'm going to be giving you an overview of ALI CLE's webcast production, as well as best practices and tips for presenting in a webcast. On the day of the webcast, you will join the Zoom meeting 30 minutes before your presentation time. During these 30 minutes, we will go over audio, video, as well as enable the screen share for any presentation materials that you will have for your session. ALI CLE will provide the screen share of the materials, however, you can advance them yourself. Just let me know before the program begins and I can give you remote control. Otherwise, you can just let me know next slide, or if you want to say the topic of the next slide, you can just say, on the next slide we'll see, and that verbal prompt will let me know to move on. On the day of the webcast, there will be no audience members in the Zoom meeting with us. This means it will only be you, your co-panelists, myself, as well as the course producer. The audience members can submit questions through ALI CLE's website, which is where they will be watching the program. Once they submit their questions, they go straight to the course producer, who will post them in the Zoom meeting chat box. You have a lot of flexibility for how you utilize this chat box during the program because audience members cannot see it. You can ask a question to the course producer as well as myself, or you can talk among your co-panelists when you are not speaking. Because the audience members cannot see the question box, you can really choose how you answer your questions. You can answer them as they come in, as they are relevant to your discussion, or if you would like to hold off until the end of the session to answer any questions, that is completely up to you and totally fine. If audience questions can't be answered during the session, you do have 48 hours to respond via email to those questions, which will be provided to you by the course producer. For anyone presenting in the webcast, it is going to look like any other Zoom meeting that you've been a part of. For the audience, it's going to look completely different. For them, it's going to be a steady flow of visual changes depending on what is happening in the conversation. When a new slide is advanced to, I pull that up full screen so the audience can read it nice and easy. I read that once myself as an audience member, then I shift it to the left of the screen and I'll pull whoever's speaking at the time up to the right of it. If you're trying to make a side note, or you have gone through the slide but haven't moved to the next one yet, I'll pull your video up full screen and I'll push the slide off of the screen. This way, people aren't distracted by things that you've already talked about or haven't gotten to yet. If you are having a conversation with one or multiple people that are part of your panel, I will just show the people to the audience who are being spoken to or are asking the question. Everybody else will be off screen. Because of this, I need everybody's video turned on at all times throughout the session. You can mute and unmute yourself as you see fit, that's not a problem. If there are any tech issues throughout the session, you can always let me know through the chat box, or don't be afraid to verbally call me out, just say, hey Sam, something's going on, can you give me a hand? If I can fix it right away, I will absolutely do that. However, if it's going to take a few minutes to resolve, I'll come on the microphone and address the audience. I'll let them know that we're going to be taking a step back to resolve a tech issue, and we'll come back when we're ready. At that point, I'll put up a technical difficulty slate with some music, and then we'll come back once the issue is resolved. Before joining into the Zoom meeting for the day, please be sure to be disconnected from any remote desktop or VPN connections on any device on your network. It is a big strain on bandwidth and can severely impact the audio-video quality of your connection. Before going live for the presentation, make sure you have a backup device ready in case your primary connection goes down. I always recommend having a cell phone with Zoom installed, as well as having the meeting ID and password written down so you can quickly reconnect. If you are experiencing any tech issues with your audio-video equipment leading up to the day of the program, please feel free to reach out to skraynak at ali-cle.org. I'd be more than happy to help you resolve any issues that you are having. And on behalf of everybody from ALI CLE, thank you so much for presenting with us, and I hope this video was helpful.